Stays, imagine this. Soft blue lights ripple across the ballroom like a miniature galaxy. Cameras prepare to fire their flashes. The room is filled with celebrities, diplomats, global philanthropists, and influential figures who rarely ever share the same air, let alone the same table. And then suddenly, something shifts. A moment arrives that no one, especially not K-pop fans, was prepared for. Felix and Bang Chan walk in. Their platinum blonde hair glows under the lights. Their tailored suits form clean, sharp silhouettes against the cosmic blue backdrop. And standing near them is actress Kim Hye-soo, one of the most respected, powerful, and iconic figures in the Korean entertainment industry. What followed after that moment spread across the internet faster than anyone expected. Fans trended their names worldwide on X within minutes. News outlets began circulating the photo. Even people outside the K-pop community were stunned at the unlikely trio standing shoulder to shoulder. Because this was not just about which celebrities showed up at a charity gala. It was about the energy of the moment, the elegance, the symbolism, and the unexpected chemistry between three major public figures from entirely different generations. Fans could not stop commenting. This feels historic for Stray Kids. Their aura is unreal today. Why do they look like the cast of a high-budget Hollywood film? Today, you are going to see the full story behind that image, the atmosphere, the emotion, the significance, everything that made this moment one of the most memorable cross-industry interactions of the year. But before we go further, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are diving deep into everything that happened when Felix and Bang Chan attended the UNICEF Blue Star Gala charity dinner alongside the legendary Kim Hye-soo, creating one of the most talked about photos in K-pop this season. So get comfortable, grab your snacks, your iced coffee, or even a box of tissues if you tend to get emotional. Because this story is not just glamorous, it is meaningful, powerful, and surprisingly sentimental. Let's begin. To understand why fans are calling this a historical moment, we need to step back and look at the significance of the event itself. The UNICEF Blue Star Gala is not an ordinary charity dinner. It is one of UNICEF's most prestigious fundraising events, known for bringing together world leaders, global ambassadors, top-tier celebrities, and major industry figures. The goal is to raise awareness and support for children's rights and protection programs worldwide. It is elegant, exclusive, and deeply purposeful. This year, two familiar faces from K-pop made a striking appearance, Bang Chan and Felix of Stray Kids. Both known for their kindness, humility, and genuine compassion for social issues, their presence carried weight far beyond the glamour. Standing alongside them was actress Kim Hye-soo, one of Korea's most respected actresses, celebrated not only for her craft, but also for her years of humanitarian work, advocacy, and charity involvement. She is revered across generations for her strength, integrity, and influence. Now, imagine the atmosphere when these three figures appeared together. Visually stunning, energy off the charts, symbolism on a whole different level. This was not a typical celebrity interaction. It was the meeting of icons from different worlds united by a shared purpose. Picture this moment clearly. The grand ballroom doors open. Soft orchestral music fills the air. The lighting glows in shades of deep and pale blue, creating the illusion of stars rippling across the walls. Felix steps in first. His long blonde hair is sleek and perfectly styled, glowing under the lights like strands of gold. His suit fits him like a custom-made second skin, clean, tailored, and quietly luxurious. A small UNICEF blue pin sits on his jacket, subtle but powerful. His expression is calm, serene, almost angelic. People turn, heads lift, conversations pause. It is impossible not to watch him walk in. Then, Bang Chan enters, composed, elegant, and charismatic in a way that only a leader can be. His blonde hairstyle, although similar to Felix's, gives off a more mature aura, steady, grounded, quietly commanding. His eyes scan the room with warmth and humility, and then his small, signature smile appears. It is subtle, gentle, and instantly disarming. Within seconds, camera shutters fill the air. This is not the chaotic noise of a red carpet. This is the quiet awe of a room full of important people, recognizing the presence of two individuals who carry influence, yet remain deeply sincere. Their entrance is not loud. It is not showy. It is graceful and composed, with a purpose far deeper than fashion or fame. And then it happens. Felix and Bang Chan walk toward one of the VIP tables. Standing there is Kim Hye-soo. She is stunning, elegant in a dark dress, exuding confidence and generosity in a way that only a true veteran of the industry can. Her presence is warm yet authoritative. She radiates the kind of aura that makes everyone instinctively straighten their posture. Felix and Bang Chan greet her with polite bows and genuine smiles. Kim Hye-soo responds warmly, almost like a respected senior welcoming two promising young artists she admires. Fans who later watched the clips describe the moment as surreal. This feels a crossover I never expected. Their vibes match so well, it feels scripted. Their interaction is brief but meaningful. A smile, a short exchange, a warm atmosphere that feels almost cinematic. And then they pose for a photo. The photo. The image that went viral within minutes. And this, truly, is only the beginning.
Once the initial wave of excitement settled, the evening unfolded with a subtle but powerful elegance. The Blue Star Gala was designed to feel immersive, almost dreamlike. With its galaxy-themed decor, constellation lights, and gentle orchestral soundtrack, the event felt less like a traditional charity dinner and more like a cinematic scene crafted to highlight the beauty of humanity coming together for a greater cause. Felix and Bang Chan were seated among influential philanthropists, global ambassadors, and well-known figures from the entertainment and political world. Yet, despite the heavy presence of prestige, the atmosphere remained warm. The gala was intimate without feeling exclusive, and serious without feeling heavy. Many attendees took notice of how naturally both members of Stray Kids blended into the environment. Their body language, calm and respectful, reflected a quiet maturity. Felix's attentive expression as he listened to the UNICEF representatives speak about global child rights programs became a talking point online later. Meanwhile, Bang Chan's steady nods and warm reactions during speeches showed the depth of his engagement. Their presence did not feel like a celebrity appearance for publicity. Instead, it felt like they truly belonged in a space where influence was used for something meaningful. Throughout the night, Felix and Bang Chan interacted with multiple key figures. They greeted directors, representatives, and fellow artists with bows and sincere smiles. Several attendees were reportedly impressed by their professionalism and the calm, grounded energy they brought to the room. There was a particularly memorable moment where Felix was seen having a brief conversation with a UNICEF field worker who had been stationed in Southeast Asia. Although the microphones did not pick up the exchange, observers said Felix's expression turned heartfelt and emotional, suggesting that the story shared with him made a deep impact. Bang Chan was also seen engaging in meaningful dialogue with several guests, maintaining eye contact as he listened intently to each person. This leader-like warmth is something fans have always admired, but seeing it in such a prestigious environment gave it an undeniable depth. For many guests, this was probably their first time meeting the two idols in person, and the common feedback circulating online afterward was consistent. Bang Chan and Felix left a strong, positive impression. Of course, the highlight of the evening remained the group photo taken with actress Kim Hye-soo. The moment itself was brief, but so visually striking that it immediately captured global attention. In the photo, Felix stands on the left, making a peace sign with a soft, gentle smile. His long blonde hair frames his face, almost glowing with the blue reflections around him. Bang Chan kneels slightly in front, his thumbs up in a friendly gesture that fans describe as classic Bang Chan energy. Kim Hye-soo stands behind them, poised and elegant, smiling with a warmth that reflects her seasoned grace. To her side stand other distinguished guests, creating a multi-generational, multi-industry visual that feels symbolic, the merging of entertainment, philanthropy, and cultural influence. The composition of the photo, the lighting, and the overall vibe gave it the aura of a film poster rather than a casual event snapshot. Fans commented that the trio looked like the lead cast of a prestige drama or an international espionage drama. Even fans of Kim Hye-soo began praising Stray Kids, impressed by the respectful and grounded way Felix and Bang Chan carried themselves at such a serious event. Meanwhile, older audiences who admired Kim Hye-soo found themselves curious about Stray Kids and their global influence. It was a moment where fan bases blended, generations intersected, and a new layer of public respect was added to Felix and Bang Chan's already impactful image. Although much behind-the-scenes footage hasn't surfaced, a few accounts from attendees provided additional glimpses into the evening. One guest shared that Bang Chan frequently thanked the staff members serving the tables and guiding guests through the program. Another mentioned that Felix appeared genuinely curious during the presentations, occasionally whispering to Bang Chan about specific UNICEF initiatives. These small details, though subtle, added depth to the public's perception of the two idols. It showed that they were not just present physically, they were mentally and emotionally engaged in the cause. As for Kim Hye-soo, attendees said she exuded a mentorship-like aura throughout the night, interacting with younger celebrities and guests with warmth and encouragement. Her interaction with Felix and Bang Chan seemed natural, like someone acknowledging the presence of the next generation of global cultural influencers. As the gala moved towards its closing, the atmosphere shifted from glamorous excitement to quiet reflection. Speeches grew more emotional, guests exchanged deeper conversations. Attendees were encouraged to think beyond the event and towards the real-world impact of their contributions. Felix and Bang Chan remained present and attentive, their expressions reflective, almost meditative. The night had offered them more than a photo opportunity. It had given them a closer look at global issues and the philanthropic efforts that make a difference. And all of these elements, glamour, impact, interaction, emotion, built towards a final powerful message that would resonate with fans long after the gala ended. This brings us to the final segment of the story.
As the evening drew to a close, the gala shifted from its shimmering, cosmic aesthetic to a tone of deep reflection. The final segment of the program focused on real stories from children impacted by UNICEF's global initiatives. The lights dimmed, voices quieted, and the entire room became still. Felix and Bang Chan listened intently. Their expressions softened with every story displayed on the screen. Scenes of children rebuilding their lives after disasters, receiving education in remote regions, or finding safety in conflict zones illuminated the room. Observers noted how visibly moved Felix was. His eyes remained fixed on the stage, his posture leaning slightly forward, as though he did not want to miss a single word. Bang Chan, sitting beside him, wore the kind of quiet, reflective expression fans have always associated with his leadership. Steady, observant, absorbing the weight of what he was witnessing. It was a striking contrast. Two global performers known for their electrifying stage presence, now sitting in silent solidarity for a cause far beyond the entertainment world. The moment emphasized the depth of their character, revealing that their influence extends far past music charts and award shows. Toward the end of the program, guests were invited to participate in a symbolic pledge ceremony. Each table received a small blue star card, a representation of hope and support for children worldwide. Felix was the first at their table to pick up the card. His fingers lingered on the edges for a moment before he signed. It was a small gesture, but it carried a surprising emotional weight, especially as photos of him quietly signing circulated online later. Bang Chan followed, placing his signature beside Felix's. His expression was calm and intentional, like he understood the significance of the moment beyond the theatrics of a formal ceremony. Kim Hye-soo, seated not far from them, also took part, with the grace and seriousness expected from someone who has spent years advocating for humanitarian causes.
For fans, this moment became symbolic. It was not just a photo op. It was a reminder that their idols were not only artists, but global citizens willing to use their influence for good. As the gala concluded, guests began to leave the ballroom. There was no chaotic rush, no loud chatter, only a gentle hum of conversation mixed with the soft background music. Felix and Bang Chan exited with the same calm energy they had arrived with. Before leaving, they bowed politely to several staff members and representatives. Kim Hye-soo exchanged a final few words with another humanitarian ambassador before stepping out as well. Although there were no cameras capturing these last few moments, a handful of eyewitnesses mentioned how composed and humble the two Stray Kids members remained until the very end. Outside the gala venue, a small cluster of fans and photographers waited. The scene was respectful and quiet, a fitting end to an event focused on compassion and unity. Felix lifted a hand in a soft wave. Bang Chan smiled warmly. Then just like that, they were gone. Once the night ended, the conversation online only grew louder. Fans across continents began analyzing every detail. The way Felix's gentle presence matched the emotional tone of the gala. The way Bang Chan's maturity and grounded nature made him seem like a natural humanitarian ambassador. The unexpected synergy between them and Kim Hye-soo, who is widely admired for her intelligence, strength, and philanthropic work. Journalists and entertainment analysts weighed in as well, praising the significance of younger artists attending major humanitarian events. Several articles highlighted how important it is for prominent musicians to participate in global causes, especially those with such massive international influence. Even non-K-pop audiences commented on how composed and admirable Felix and Bang Chan appeared. For some, this was their first introduction to Stray Kids as individuals outside of performance stages. The trio's photo became more than just a trending topic. It became a piece of cultural conversation. The UNICEF Blue Star Gala marked a new chapter for Felix and Bang Chan. While they have always been known for their humility and compassion, this event publicly showcased a side of them that resonated deeply with fans and non-fans alike. This moment demonstrated that their influence extends into spaces where art meets purpose, entertainment meets impact, and youth meets global responsibility. For Stray Kids as a group, it reinforced the narrative that they are not just global performers, but representatives of a generation that values empathy and action. For Kim Hye-soo, her warm, respectful interaction with the younger idols offered a powerful symbol of how different generations in the Korean entertainment industry can inspire one another and stand united for meaningful causes. And for the public, the three standing together created an image that represented something far larger than fandoms. It symbolized progress, unity, and the power of cultural figures contributing to the global good. So what does this mean moving forward? Felix and Bang Chan have opened the door to further possibilities in the world of humanitarian work. Whether this leads to future collaborations with UNICEF, more charity events, or even ambassador roles, one thing is clear: their presence at the Blue Star Gala made an impact. We saw two artists who carried themselves with dignity, humility, and sincerity. Kim Hye-soo saw two young talents who share her dedication to humanitarian causes. Fans saw their idols stepping into a larger world with confidence and compassion. And now this raises a final question for all of us. What do you think comes next for Felix and Bang Chan after this powerful moment? Will they continue engaging with global causes? Could this event inspire new projects or new roles for them? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the UNICEF Blue Star Gala and want more storytelling videos like this, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. This has been a story of glamour, purpose, connection, and legacy. And it all began with one unexpected photo that captured the world's attention. Thank you for watching.